In the unforgiving world of professional football, where careers are measured in fleeting moments and broken bodies, one truth remains constant. The game always ends. For most NFL players, the final whistle marks the beginning of a difficult transition, a fall from glory into the uncertain shadows of ordinary life. But for some, that ending becomes a launching pad to something even more meaningful. LaDainian Tomlinson walked away from football at just 32 years old. The man who once dominated defenses with breathtaking speed and vision, who scored an NFL record 28 touchdowns in a single season, suddenly found himself facing the same question that haunts every athlete. Who am I when the cheering stops? The answer would shock everyone who thought they knew LT. While you were forgetting about him, LaDainian Tomlinson was quietly building a legacy that makes his Hall of Fame football career look like just the opening chapter of an extraordinary life. From establishing youth academies that transform lives to sitting on the board of trustees at his alma mater, from becoming a respected television analyst to creating foundations that unite Americans across all divides, LT has become something far more impactful than just another football legend. This is the story of how one of the greatest running backs in NFL history transformed himself into something even more impressive, a true agent of change. If you find value in stories about athletes who use their platform for good, consider subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to sharing the inspiring journeys of sports figures who make a difference beyond the game. The final whistle blew on LaDainian Tomlinson's NFL career in 2012. After 11 remarkable seasons, 13,684 rushing yards, 145 touchdowns, and countless broken tackles, LT hung up his cleats for good. His career numbers placed him firmly among the greatest to ever play the position, fifth all-time in rushing yards and second in rushing touchdowns at the time of his retirement. But what happened next defied the troubling pattern we've come to expect from former NFL stars. Instead of struggling with the transition like so many of his peers, LT immediately began building a purpose-driven second act that would leverage his fame for something greater than personal glory. Tomlinson's first major post-retirement move was joining NFL Network as an analyst in 2012. For the next decade, he would bring the same intelligence and insight to the broadcast booth that he once displayed reading defenses on the field. Unlike many former players who struggled to articulate their knowledge, LT showed a natural gift for communication, quickly becoming one of the network's most respected voices. But television was just the beginning, and perhaps the least important part of his post-NFL journey. In 2012, the same year he retired, Tomlinson established the LaDainian Tomlinson Preparatory Academy in North Texas. But this wasn't just another celebrity vanity project. It was personal for LT, inspired by his own experience as a 16-year-old high school football star in Waco, Texas. I'm going to be honest with you, there were times when I felt like, do I really want to do this? Tomlinson revealed in an interview with CBS, describing the overwhelming pressure and confusion he felt as a young recruit, navigating the complex world of college recruitment. Working as a fry cook at a fast food chicken restaurant while playing standout football at University High School, young LaDainian found himself suddenly thrust into a spotlight he wasn't prepared for. College scouts circled, background checks were conducted, and expectations mounted on the shoulders of a teenager who was just trying to find his way. I was 16 years old, LT recalled. A sense of anxiety actually hit me. This deeply personal experience became the blueprint for his academy's unique approach. While other sports camps focus exclusively on athletic skills, Tomlinson's program equally emphasizes the knowledge and confidence needed to navigate the pressures placed on young athletes and their families by the NCAA recruitment process. There's a period where you make the transition from high school to college that's very confusing. There's a big void in that area that we needed to attack, Tomlinson explained. Quite frankly, a lot of parents don't know. I mean, my mother didn't know when I was getting recruited. She had no idea. What makes Tomlinson's approach even more poignant is that he modeled his academy after one that transformed his own life as an eighth grader. It was a football camp run by another NFL legend. Emmitt Smith changed my life when I was in junior high school. I got a chance to go to his camp. Just being able to touch him, I thought, you know what? I can do it, LT recalled. Now he's passing that same life-changing opportunity forward to a new generation of kids who see in him what he once saw in Emmett, a living example that their dreams are attainable. At Tomlinson's youth clinics, kids practice football fundamentals, but they also attend leadership classes and receive one-on-one mentorship from the Hall of Famer himself. His message goes far beyond football. If you want to be good and successful in life, guys, you got to do good in school, LT tells them. Always listen to your teachers, do your homework, and most importantly, listen to your parents. The impact is immediate and visible. Parents watch in astonishment as Tomlinson connects with their children on a level that transcends his celebrity status. He's not just teaching them how to be better athletes, he's teaching them how to be better people. If I can help just one kid that can remember something that we taught them, Tomlinson says, then it's all worth it. In 2019, Tomlinson's commitment to developing young people reached an even more significant level when he partnered with his alma mater, Texas Christian University, to create the Tomlinson Student-Athlete Development Endowment Fund. This wasn't just another name on a building. The endowment supports student athletes from all 21 of TCU's sports programs, preparing them for their lives and careers after graduation. The fund focuses on character development, leadership training, community engagement, and economic empowerment, values that have defined Tomlinson's post-playing career. LaDainian Tomlinson epitomizes the values we hold dear to TCU, and we could not be more proud to strengthen our relationship with him and his team in this joint venture, said TCU Director of Intercollegiate Athletics Jeremiah Donati. What makes this partnership particularly meaningful is that Tomlinson isn't just lending his name to the initiative. He's serving on TCU's Board of Trustees, actively guiding the institution's approach to developing well-rounded student athletes. Since retirement, I have been working with my team to find the very best opportunities to serve, Tomlinson explained. One of the greatest opportunities afforded me is certainly being a trustee. The programming encompasses everything from leadership and networking to personal responsibility, brand development, community outreach, time management, etiquette, religious and spiritual life, mental health, and overall wellness. There's even specialized guidance for those transitioning to professional sports careers. For Tomlinson, this work represents a profound understanding that athletic achievement without character development is ultimately hollow. We have to train these young leaders how to do what we are asking them to do, he insists. Leadership is developed year-round, not in retreats or semesters. We have the opportunity to lead the nation, and I intend to help ensure we do just that through this partnership. Perhaps Tomlinson's most ambitious post-career initiative is the Team America Foundation, which he chairs. In an era of deepening division in American society, the foundation stands as a bold attempt to build bridges across the chasms that separate us. According to the organization's mission statement, Team America is a platform for inclusiveness, driven by opportunity, which aims to lead our nation to a new standard of tolerance. Building bridges of unity across all religions, classes, races, and ideologies. The foundation focuses on 4 core areas: character and leadership, economic empowerment, community and spiritual uplift, and service and engagement. Its partners include the U.S. Marine Corps, disabled American veterans, and major business and educational organizations. Tomlinson's willingness to use his platform to address difficult social issues was evident during his time at NFL Network. In 2020, he strongly criticized the NFL's treatment of Colin Kaepernick, calling it unfortunate and sad and a black eye on our league. He also challenged his fellow NFL stars, particularly white quarterbacks, asking, "Why isn't any of our big-time white quarterbacks saying anything?" About racial injustice issues, these weren't the safe, carefully crafted statements of a man protecting his brand. They were the honest reflections of someone committed to using his voice for meaningful change, even when it might have been professionally risky to do so. Perhaps nowhere was Tomlinson's vision for America more powerfully articulated than in his 2017 Pro Football Hall of Fame induction speech, widely regarded as one of the most moving and socially conscious speeches in the ceremony's history. Speaking about his great-great-great-grandfather who came to America as a slave, Tomlinson delivered a message that transcended football. On America's team, let's not choose to be against one another. Let's choose to be for one another. My great-great-great-grandfather had no choice. We have one. I pray we dedicate ourselves to being the best team we can be, working and living together, representing the highest ideals of mankind, leading the way for all nations to follow. Beyond his foundation work, Tomlinson has maintained an impressive portfolio of professional responsibilities. He has served as one of 4 selectors on the NFL's finalist selection committee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, recognizing the character and community service of current NFL players. He's been a founding board member for Startup Waco, part of Team America's Economic Empowerment Initiative, and a board member for the Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year Award. He's also served as chairman and CEO of the Tomlinson Center for Leadership, an ambassador for the Disabled American Veterans, and a partner for the U.S. Marine Corps' City Partnership Program. And until 2023, he maintained his role as an analyst for NFL Network, while also serving as special assistant to the owner for community engagement with the Los Angeles Chargers, maintaining his connection to one of the franchises where he made his NFL legacy. In August 2023, at age 44, Tomlinson announced he was retiring from his role at NFL Network after 10 years as an analyst. I walked away from football at the age of 32. Today, at the age of 44, I've decided to retire from being an on-air football analyst, Tomlinson tweeted. I'd like to send my sincere appreciation and thanks to NFL Network for 10 great years. Thanks to all my colleagues and friends. It was a blast being able to stay close to the game, creating great football shows with you guys. I look forward to all the opportunities that this new chapter in my life will bring. This decision marked yet another thoughtful transition for Tomlinson, who has consistently shown an ability to walk away on his own terms, whether from playing or broadcasting, to pursue new challenges and opportunities for impact. When we examine the post-career trajectories of NFL legends, few can match the breadth, depth, and meaningful impact of Tomlinson's journey. While many former stars struggled to find purpose beyond the game, LT has built a second act that makes his football achievements seem like merely the first chapter in a much larger story. From a 16-year-old fry cook overwhelmed by the pressures of recruitment, to a Hall of Fame running back, and now to a multifaceted community leader, Tomlinson's evolution represents the ideal of what an athlete can become when they view their platform as a responsibility rather than merely a privilege. The boy who once attended Emmitt Smith's camp and thought, "I can do it," has not only done it but has expanded the definition of what it can be. He's shown that athletic greatness can be a launching pad for something even more significant: a life dedicated to developing others and healing societal divisions. In a sports culture that often measures success in championships, statistics, and individual accolades, LaDainian Tomlinson reminds us that the most important scoreboard is the one that tallies lives changed and communities improved. What happened to LaDainian Tomlinson after his NFL career ended isn't just impressive, it's a masterclass in purposeful transition and meaningful impact. While many athletes struggle to find their way after the spotlight dims, LT has illuminated a path forward not just for himself, but for generations to come. If you found this story inspiring, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We're committed to highlighting the powerful ways former athletes use their platforms to create meaningful change beyond the game. Thank you for joining us on this journey through LaDainian Tomlinson's remarkable second act, a career that proves the most significant touchdowns are often scored long after the final whistle blows.